But then moving forward, all these big events were in Accra. Most of the big events were in Accra. I think, Amina, we've been on platforms, we've mentioned it here, I've mentioned it, and I know a lot of people also wear whom, especially Echo TikToker, the diasporans. Everybody is talking about December in Ghana. Dirty December. People are letting their people know how cheap it is for them to spend Christmas in Ghana. How fun it is. You come in the morning. And we are seeing how much they are bringing into our economy.
Yeah.
But then we are forgetting about the other regions. Ghana is not only Accra.
Yeah.
There are lots of regions that make Ghana. And so when we're talking about tourist attraction, most of our tourist attractions are not in Accra, but in the other regions. Isn't it time that what they fa way be? They skew the calendar well, the Christmas calendar well. Now some of these events, you know, yes, and you push to the other regions so that through these events, you know, the tourist attractions or other regions, you know, would also be explored to the point that it wouldn't be centered on only December.
Yeah.
Other people coming into the country during a time that is not really a festive season would know that, oh, okay, so if I'm not in Accra, I can also be in Cape Coast. I can also be in Kwahu. I can also be in Kumasi. I can also be in, you know, all these places. Isn't it time the ABSQ calendar not to fit this? Zil, go first on this.
I think so must start. It started, this conversation popped up last year.
Okay.
When, was it last year or last year's, when we had a year of return. And afterwards, COVID-19 by and all that. So it was part of the conversations where near Obia Pesebia Yepo Kumasi, Yembo Shobi Kumasi, Yen spread the program. But at the end of the day, Yen Shadio, your biggest airport is in Accra.
It's in Accra.
And Opebi Obetima events in Accra. So when you go to Kumasi, what is the event organizer looking at? And Kofu expected, and how many auditoriums they to me are checking for like 10,000, 20,000 on a go. And at the end of the day, to these tourist attractions, there are days I'll be to Maba for that purpose. Let's not forget that everybody comes to Ghana in December for the programs, that is the events. People come to Ghana in December, don't come for ABR, I want to see Booty Falls, it's because of the Afro Nation, Afrochella, Dirty Rave, Nesane Manintina or Moba. So if there can be another calendar, let's say November, prior to December, the year of return secretariats, say, okay, so Oba Ghana, you're not coming to Accra, we're actually taking you to these sites for you to explore and know much about Ghana, they are fine. But when it comes to the events, till you see these facilities are hosting Crawford. I'm not buying the idea saying for the events then call other regions. Because as an event organizer, and I say the biggest place in Kumasi can take only 10,000 people. Whilst if I play that same show here in Accra, I can take about 50,000 people. Yes. Because anywhere only you can't, they're comparing. So till those facilities are being built, no.
So those facilities are being built.
Okay, I can go?
Yeah, you can go, Kevin.
Okay, so it's not entirely true. Okay. It's not entirely true, say, audience, venues, and the purpose of why people also come to Ghana
in December.
In December is strictly about the events. It's not entirely true. Some of them is true, some of them is not true. Because per my experience, most of them are more banned because they've had a break in their various places. Because Abuche say, if it's not December, a long break like a month and then 2 weeks or a month. It's hardly say that long break apart from Christmas. So they take advantage to sometimes to come. Omo kasa omo ba because of the event is omo regular.
Yeah.
Omo ba regular omo all the time, you know, they know say okay event way or you know no bad when said that say, but mostly the omo we fresh, you know, who want to experience Ghana, no. Sometimes for events, you know, they don't even know. Sometimes
and sana we say,
oh, these are the events. But they are come to explore baby free ankasa.
Explore Ghana in December.
Listen, I'm telling you, say that is the time omunya as a long break.
Yes, at that point, yes.
Yes.
And so, a lot of people run away from the winter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So no, this time around, let me take advantage of that break to come and see where I'm from. One more urban now, what trace baby free. Because during the Ghana blaster line, you know, I met a lot of people. Not all catch me say the people saw why into back Ghana no is just to see our new hometown. And the bring couple bomb hometown catch me say this is what I would say into person where they okoho. What I say na but oba no calendar dom the man no, and then the shadow dom the man no. Omo na ko gu kimpiski. Enya anopa sorry a na no a botua say
kwa ha
3 o'clock your lunch, 4 o'clock your event way. Ufri abakwa. Into so
only the freedom
or the omo handle or mono say oh that's how it's done in Ghana. But because ultimately fan pe enko kakum na snap enko hankwa. Meanwhile when all these things into obanya that say these are some of the things I'll be here. So say be okay event way or event way. Another thing worker say the other regions no obanya no Accra and say worker so Accra I'm not totally agree with you no. This year there was an event with Ebri.
Enya Ebri. Abiru.
Ebri ho. Omo ye Ebri ho. And omo ye baako so wo Ebri Botanical Gardens.
Ebri Botanical Gardens.
Omo ye event ho. And omo ye Ebri.
Ebri zeno.
3 days. Ebri the 3 days. You'll be shocked.
Ebri zeno ye Frankie 5.
Frankie 5. And na omo so ye
Mickey Darling neze so.
Mickey Darling do. And every year omo ye what's the name of I'm for the tidal something.
Tidal Rave.
No, not Tidal Rave.
Tidal Rave.
T Havana.
T Havana, okay.
Every year.
Yeah, I heard about the T Havana.
And no Accra.
It is outside.
What
can say no more share. What can say more share or yeah beyond the return calendar event or what? And Takra de Kra no 2 events.
Yes.
Tardy Fest and Masquerade then.
Yeah.
Those are the only 2 events.
But I'm just saying, say, because of say festival, you see, the best thing that they can project in the towns, you know, is to link with the festivals, you know, to let them know, say, these are some of the traditional events various regions.
In the Masquerade festival, and Wajizin, Ankos Ajizin, in Sanka Ankos and Uncle, what's so Wokromu Rihanna, so what the Korea will be a Poly Park. That's a huge venue. You see. And then you move artists there to go and perform. Sanka on your back.
Even though there is cost involved, and then all that.
Yes.
But you see, you do it to suit the people there. Because the people are not expecting how are we at Afrochella. All that they need is entertainment. I'm telling you, you don't need even there are some regions you don't even need too much light. You don't need too much stage. You don't
need plenty things. So it's about
you, the event organizer. How I will be to suit the people there.
And Americano, that is good. But looking at the events that went on over there, comparing those events and whatever went into those events to the events that happened in Accra.
Is it not because it has been centered in Accra for so long? Don't forget that some of these events in Accra, don't forget that some of these events in Accra, they ask people from other regions to come.
Yes.
So why can't we bus people from Accra to other regions?
It happens all the time.
It happens almost all the events.
So a political event or so a concert, or we do it.
The reason, what I want us to look at, to do an event in Accra is easy. And now you break even. No, let me come.
So
all of these Afrochella, all of these Afro Nation. Imagine, say, ABI, we go and do, let's say, Afrochella, a global citizen festival in another region. Would they be able to acquire whatever they need for it, or they need to bus it from Accra to the place?
I'm telling you that they can.
They can.
You know why? Are you telling global citizens they are working, for instance? I'll move it from different countries to the other, right? So this year, say me New Yorker. Now the next one me Las Vegas. Now a logistics New Yorker.
They'll just have to transport it.
That
is what I'm saying.
And no from New York to Las Vegas.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's
see the road.
Calvin,
what if you want to put up?
Hold on for me. I want to cite an example. 3 Music for one event in
Wilderland. Yes.
People were there.
After the 3 days, people were like, it was too small. The date, it was too small. We wanted more dates. Yeah. And then there was a hint that in 2022 Wilderland will be in Tanzania. People were ready.
I'm telling you.
People were ready, including myself, that we will go to Tanzania.
It's good that what the Wilderland now has started. Wilderland.
So wait, so if I've had a feel of Afrochella in Accra, year 1, year 2, year 3,
Afrochella
and then it is moving to Cape Coast,
where they can see.
Why won't I go if would be able to organize bus and go?
1, 2, 3, right? So go Cape Coast now. You already know how it is.
I already know how it is.
Let's look at how
Afrochella has been into South Africa.
I already know how it is, but then I would expect a different feel because Cape Coast comes with different things.
You see, and then even Afro Nation, they want beach. I will not be surprised that the next time or no. You bet you know Cape Coast. I will not be surprised.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And then the people would, you see,
we can even do it to the Volta region.
Listen, all these events you are talking about. Yes, yes, Accra was too packed. Even boats and also move from one location to the other. It was extremely difficult. And moving it to other places would help. But let's not put it in our mindset. Let's move it to other places. We should just move it to other places.
No.
First and foremost, let's go a little technical. When we go to Senior Bokasi Cape Coast near the look at the number of people. As Lemfa Afrochella or Afro Nation entry. Look at the type of people that came for that event. If we want to do it anywhere else outside Accra, we need to be passing security from Accra.
Never.
You see, are there no security people in the various regions?
There are security in the other reasons, but you would need certain type of security for the event.
My brother, let me tell you the truth.
That's what I'm saying. These are the things that would.
Zil, we are talking about Azar. It will bring a long-term benefit to the country.
There are securities that they bring from Kumasi. Listen,
we are not actually ready for that now.
Who says so? Ready? We are in 2023.
See, they have security.
We are not ready to
it's not true. It's not entirely true. Let me tell you something. We've had events here in Accra where they had security from Togo. What are you telling me?
Which event had security from Togo?
I'm telling you.
Which event?
See, last 2 years.
That we had to skip the whole security here.
I'm telling you the real truth. So if you talk to them,
which event did we have to go
listen,
to?
Everything aside, even if you are bringing an artist from outside Ghana,
I've been there.
They also bring their personal security.
How many? Like 10, 15?
Listen.
How many security did when these people started?
If you want to do it from Accra to Cape Coast, if me, I'm doing 30. If I'm doing 30,
they're doing it near we can't do it.
Are you telling me Cape Coast? There's no police.
Calvin, wait.
There's no soldiers in Cape Coast.
During Easter.
Oh, it's not true.
We bus equipment.
Yes.
We bus security.
This year.
So why can't it be done?
That is what I'm saying. It's all about the way. See, people are saying that busing like we take people to the place like.
Frankie 5 took.
How many people?
I'm shocked. How
many people? For 3 days.
How many audience?
How many
audience did you get there?
Did you see the numbers?
How many audience? So
which audience? Which one are you talking about?
You are going to book. Let's say I keep going back to Afro Nation and Afrochella. Look at the number of people that went there. And you are going to do the same thing there. And you are telling me that so ebia omo security, omo BBA so let's rely on them.
Zio.
I'm shocked.
Zio, as an event organizer.
Yes.
This year,
was it yesterday? Was it last year or so?
Calvin, remember? Zio. What's my time? I say, Ebe, I am mama, why am madam? Ebe.
No, Zio. What?
15 minutes.
But Zio, what? I'm even surprised. I'm even surprised when you say that.
This is the reality.
Before we wrap up,
this is the reality.
Zio, before we wrap up, I want to ask you this question. Before we wrap up, now we are looking at how to drive numbers to the various tourist attractions
Yes.
that are over Ghana.
Yes.
Because we've realized that through tourism and entertainment, you're able to generate a lot of money
Yep.
for this country. Now, focus has, for a while, been on Accra. How do we share focus, not shifting focus? We are sharing the focus. Now, if we've been able to bus people from other regions to come for events in Accra, Nasi able to me a bus in Krofufi, Accra, and other regions to go for an event in, say, Volta region, in, say, Cape Coast. Maybe a way to home monumentum. Out of the package, you know, they are supposed to visit the castles.
Yes.
In Cape Coast, in Elmina, in Anamabo. Aside that, remember, where we are, there is the canopy walkway.
It's not new.
Yes.
There are other places
Yes.
where visit. When they visit these places, and what them places also when you see kakaka from the organized
it's not new.
Why?
It has been happening.
It would have
Have we
been
not-
easy.
Zero,
It would
have
have
we
been
not-
happening.
It has been
Zero
happening.
way.
Don't say
Zero
it has been happening.
It has been
Zero.
happening with what
Are
kind
we,
of audience? How
is
many
it
people?
not time?
They go
Zero,
far.
is it not time for us to start sharing focus?
So if you are sharing focus, you need to make sure that the grounds are being prepared well
How?
before you start moving people.
Wait, how? Because the things you are saying, it has been happening there already.
Remember,
It
Be
has been
black, you're having
happening.
to be black.
Listen,
every year.
if
Or
you
you
have-
know, Aqua Safari.
Kelvin.
Have you been to Aqua Safari
Kelvin.
anytime they're having
Kelvin,
their
remember.
festivals?
Listen,
Kelvin,
what
remember.
I am looking
Kelvin,
at.
remember.
you don't
Unfortunately,
know.
of course, you guys know that this conversation we are continuing. We are looking
I
at all
don't
the
know, I
events.
don't
So,
know.
but then the master man
Yeah.
maybe someone you guys would use it to give me your final words as well. Let's look at Asofo. Let's look at political parties. Political parties are where you're on Congress. And the good thing is they don't only focus on Accra or Woko Cape Coast. Which security is more than the security that the president moves with? Year in, year out. Every president to be a ways to do be and the party, when they are having Congress, they move it around the country. So if political parties have been able to do it, and then Cape Coast, say if there is time for Fetu Afasha, we move logistics
on
to Cape Coast to have huge events.
What I tell
When
you?
it is Easter, we move to Kwewu, we move to the Volta region, we move to Asante region. We organize these events. So what time again are we waiting for to be able to share focus when it comes to Christmas in December? Zio, you go first.
So what I'm trying to say
Now,
is,
will final words.
person can say the same way we have prepared Accra, and Accra is ready for these things. Let's also prepare the other regions.
Who says so?
So that relax.
It was during the event that they get prepared. I'm telling you, if you don't know.
Relax.
Zio,
So that Yakohonoma, it wouldn't be like Yakoho, next time we can't go there. So what I am looking at is proper groundwork before we take these events to these places. Okay, so the Cape Coast, the Tardy Festival, the Orange, just then you put
Orange Festival.
Yes.
Only
Look
a Friday before the.
Yes, look at the number of people that go there. It's nice. It's contained. We all know that Nkofoko by its contained. Look at Easter. Nkofoko by its contained. Let's look at redoubling the numbers. Don't you think we need to make preparations so that when it gets there? I've not been there. I've been to the Easter festival.
This year you will go. You see, this year you will go.
Okay.
Kevin, what time are you?
On-call major events in different.
You haven't been to Cape Coast before.
If
you see the numbers.
VGM main nominees jam on-call be that jai.
No. But what are you saying?
Yes,
VGM and
because
nominees that have not been.
Have you been there?
If you have been to Cape Coast, if you have been to Kumasi, if you have been to
I've been to Kumasi,
so
so what are you talking about?
Yes,
security.
That's what I'm saying.
Security. Are you telling me say yesu ye event to Cape Coast? Takwadi ni wo. We need for police for ni wo. Security. Are you telling me all these?
What time also?
Yes, I'm just logistics. Then you pay because the kind of logistics I be a person you put out, but there is logistics in every region. It's based on what we want. Facility.
Thank you. We'll continue. This conversation we'll continue. I know people are loving this conversation because since we started the reviews, the messages that have been coming through, you guys are also enjoying these conversations. And to them, Mama wish today it will get to every region. we should share the focus, because we can't be having all the fun here and then manana owo adiazo domnasi no onyi moru kodu bronya obi owo mankasim no onyi moru kodu bronya the normal bronya na why dey wi ma asesa na ya akokon kwan kakra na esu fufu na jollof kaka dabi. We are going beyond that. Mr. the only guy in the industry. Today I had Kelvin Kenneth and Zio, my very own brother from Home Base TV. Kelvin Kenneth, or Events Guide Africa. Kelvin would have time and come on the show. Not yet, Tobani Yakane upcoming event or about this year. That's me. I will make sure I do not miss it. I was actually in the piano. Yeah, that's CP Adi.